The night Sarah left, the house did not sound different, but it felt wrong, like a place that had forgotten its purpose. Adam was standing near the window when he heard the zipper. Not loud, not rushed. Slow, careful, as if she had practiced it in her head. He turned and saw the suitcase by the door. Sarah stood beside it, calm in a way that frightened him more than anger ever could. She did not cry. She did not shout. She said she needed time. She said she felt lost. Her voice was steady, almost polite, like she was ending a meeting instead of a marriage. Adam searched her face for something real: fear, regret, doubt, but found nothing he could hold on to. When he asked if there was someone else, she paused just long enough to answer without answering. She said she needed to find herself. Then she picked up the suitcase and walked out. The door closed softly. That was the cruelest part. No drama, no final words to fight against. Just silence swallowing everything they had built. Adam stood there for hours. He did not chase her. He did not call anyone. He moved through the house like a stranger, touching things that suddenly felt borrowed. The couch where they planned trips they never took. The kitchen table where they talked about children they never had. Every object felt like evidence from a life that no longer existed. The first night, shock kept him still. The second night, confusion kept him awake. On the third night, the truth found him. The tablet on the coffee table lit up. Adam had not meant to look. Kay told himself that even now he should respect her privacy. But the screen glowed in the dark, and the name on the message was unfamiliar. He picked it up, his heart beating fast, already knowing. The words were gentle. Too gentle. They spoke of missing each other, of stolen time, of relief now that everything was out in the open. Adam read slowly, his mind breaking each sentence apart. This was not new. This was not sudden. This was something that had grown while he believed he was safe. His hands shook as he scrolled. There was no apology, no guilt, only excitement and promise. When he finally put the tablet down, his reflection stared back at him from the dark screen. He barely recognized himself. Anger came hard and fast. It burned through the numbness, giving him something sharp to hold on to. He replayed every moment from the past year. The late meetings, the quiet phone calls, the way she smiled at messages she never shared. He felt stupid. He felt exposed. Most of all, he felt replaced. By morning, Adam was no longer asking why she left. He was asking how she could do this and walk away untouched. He imagined confronting her. He imagined her face when she realized he knew. Each image gave him a brief rush, then faded, leaving him hollow again. The house felt smaller, tighter, like it was closing in on him that evening. There was a knock at the door. Adam almost ignored it. He was not ready to be seen like this. But the knock came again, firm but patient. When he opened the door, he froze. Miriam stood there. Sarah's mother looked older than Adam remembered. Her hair was neatly tied back, her coat buttoned carefully, as if she needed structure to keep herself together. Her eyes softened when she saw him, but they carried a weight that told him she already knew. She did not ask to come in. She stepped inside like someone who belonged there. "I know," she said quietly. That single word broke something in Adam. The control he had built all day collapsed. He did not shout. He did not cry loudly. He spoke fast, words tumbling over each other, telling her about the message, about the lies, about the empty space Sarah had left behind. He spoke about the nights he waited, the trust he gave without question. Miriam listened without interrupting, her hands folded tightly in her lap. When he finished, the room felt raw, stripped of pretense. Miriam nodded slowly. "She believes. She chose happiness," she said. "She does not yet understand what she lost." Adam laughed, short and bitter. "She lost nothing. She left clean." Miriam looked at him then, really looked at him. "No one leaves clean," she said. "They just don't feel the weight right away." Those words stayed with him. Wait, consequences? Ideas he had not yet allowed himself to think about. Miriam did not defend her daughter. She did not excuse her. Instead, she spoke of Sarah as a woman who feared being ordinary, who ran when life felt heavy. She admitted she had seen the signs but hoped she was wrong. There was regret in her voice, but also honesty. Before she left, Miriam placed her hand over Adam's. Pain ignored turns into something dangerous, she said. Be careful what you let grow inside you. After she was gone, Adam sat alone again, but the silence felt different. His anger had direction now. It was no longer just hurt, it was purpose. Over the next few days, the shock faded, replaced by clarity. Sarah sent messages about paperwork and schedules, nothing emotional, nothing human. Each message felt like proof that she had already moved on. Adam stopped responding quickly. He read every word twice, looking for cracks. There were none. At night, he thought about what Miriam had said, about weight and consequences, about how easy it seemed for Sarah to rewrite the story. The idea that she could walk into a new life without facing what she had done filled him with rage. He began to imagine balance. Not violence, not cruelty, just truth. Revealed at the right moment, a mirror held up so she could finally see herself. He told himself it was fair, necessary. The house became a place of planning. Adam moved through his days with quiet focus. He noticed details he once ignored. It's the way people assumed things were fine. It's the way stories were believed when told with confidence. He understood now how easy it was to shape reality. One afternoon, Miriam called. Her voice was careful. She asked how he was holding up. Adam said he was fine. The word tasted false, but he said it anyway. You sound different, she said. I am, he replied. She did not press. Before hanging up, she said, whatever you do next will stay with you longer than this pain. Adam stared at his phone long after the call ended. He felt the pull between two versions of himself. One wanted release, wanted justice shaped like revenge. The other wanted rest, wanted the noise to stop. That night he stood in the bedroom he no longer shared, staring at the empty side of the bed. He realized that Sarah's betrayal had not just taken his marriage, it had taken his certainty about who he was. As the city outside settled into sleep, Adam made a quiet promise to himself. He would not be the man left behind in someone else's story. He would take control of the ending, whatever that meant. And with that promise, the desire for revenge stopped being a thought. It became a plan. V. After Miriam's first visit, Adam stopped drifting through his days. He woke up early, not because he felt rested, but because his mind would not slow down. Every thought moved fast, sharp and focused. The pain was still there, but now it had shape. It pointed forward. He returned to work and did his job well, maybe better than before. His face stayed calm, his voice stayed steady. No one guessed that every quiet moment was filled with plans. He listened more than he spoke. He watched how people trusted stories, told with confidence. He learned how easy it was for truth to be hidden behind timing and tone. At night, he thought about Sarah. Not the woman he married, but the version she had chosen to become. He imagined her laughing freely, telling her side of the story, painting herself as brave. The thought made his chest tighten. He felt erased, like a chapter ripped from a book and thrown away. Messages from Sarah came every few days, short, clean, focused on legal details and shared accounts. She never asked how he was. She never apologized. Each message felt like a quiet insult. Adam replied late, never emotional, never warm. He wanted her to feel distance without knowing why. The idea of revenge grew slowly. It did not scream, it whispered. It told him he deserved balance. That silence was unfair. That truth, if revealed carefully, could restore what was taken from him, his dignity. He began to collect moments, dates, conversations, patterns. He did not rush. He told himself patience was power. Every small discovery fed his sense of control. For the first time since she left, he felt steady. But in the quiet hours before sleep, doubt crept in. He would picture the moment of exposure, her shock, her loss of control. The image brought satisfaction, but it never lasted. Right after came a strange emptiness, like standing at the edge of something and realizing it led nowhere. One evening, Adam returned home to find Miriam waiting on the porch. She looked more tired this time. Her smile was polite, careful. Adam hesitated, then let her in. They sat at opposite ends of the living room, the space between them heavy with unsaid thoughts. "You're changing," Miriam said. Adam did not deny it. "I'm learning." She nodded slowly. "I was afraid you would say that." She spoke. About Sarah as a child, about how she ran from discomfort, how she feared being seen clearly. She did not excuse her actions, but she explained them. Adam listened, arms crossed, unsure why it mattered. "I know you're hurt," Miriam said, "but hurt people often want to pass the pain forward." Adam's jaw tightened. She already did. Miriam leaned forward. "And you want to return it?" The words landed hard because they were true. "I want fairness," Adam replied. Miriam's eyes softened. Fairness and revenge often wear the same mask. After she left, Adam paced the house. Her visit unsettled him more than he expected. She had seen through him without being told anything. That night, he dreamed of standing in front of a crowd speaking the truth, but no one listened. He woke up angry at himself for caring. Days passed. Adam's plan took clearer shape. He imagined timing, setting, words chosen with care. He told himself he would not lie. He would only reveal. That made it feel clean, justified. Yet the more detailed the plan became, the heavier it felt. He noticed changes in himself. He smiled. Less he trusted no one fully. Every interaction felt like strategy. Even moments of quiet turned into rehearsals. One afternoon, he ran into an old friend who asked about Sarah. Adam answered calmly, said they were separated. The friend expressed sympathy and moved on. Adam felt an unexpected sting. The world was not demanding explanations. It was not waiting for justice. It was simply continuing. That night, Adam sat alone in the dark living room. He realized something unsettling. Revenge had become the only thing giving his days meaning. Without it, he did not know who he was anymore. Sarah called for the first time since leaving. Her voice was cautious, almost gentle. She said she wanted to meet, to talk things through, to find closure. Adam agreed before she finished the sentence. His heart raced, not with hope, but with readiness. This was the opening. After the call ended, Adam stared at his reflection in the window. He saw a man who looked calm, but whose eyes carried a restless edge. He wondered when he had crossed the line from healing to planning. Miriam called later that night. "I heard you might meet," she said. Adam stayed silent. "Whatever you choose," she continued, "remember that revenge feels powerful only until it's done. Then you're left alone with what it made you." Adam almost told her everything. Almost admitted how close he was to stepping over a line he could not uncross. But pride stopped him. "I can handle it," he said. "I know," Miriam replied softly. "That's what worries me." The days leading up to the meeting passed slowly. Adam refined his thoughts. He told himself he was prepared for any outcome. He imagined walking away strong, satisfied, complete. But late one night, he opened a box of old photos, trips, birthdays, quiet moments that once felt permanent. He felt a sharp grief, not just for the marriage, but for the man he was before betrayal taught him suspicion. He realized then that revenge would not bring that man back. Still, the pull remained. The morning of the meeting, Adam woke up calm. He dressed carefully, choosing simple clothes, nothing that revealed his mood. As he left the house, he paused, his hand resting on the doorframe. For a brief moment, he considered turning back. He didn't. As he walked toward the cafe, Adam understood that this moment would decide more than how the story ended. Next, and for the first time since Sarah left, he was afraid not of her, not of the truth, but of the choice waiting just ahead. The cafe was quiet when Adam arrived. Morning light spilled through the windows, soft and harmless, as if nothing important was about to happen. He chose a table near the back where he could see the door. His hands were steady. His thoughts were not. Sarah arrived 5 minutes late. She looked familiar and distant at the same time. Her hair was styled the way Adam once loved. Her clothes were neat, chosen with care. She smiled when she saw him. A careful smile, measured and polite. It hurt more than anger would have. They sat across from each other. For a moment, neither spoke. The silence felt heavy, stretched thin by everything they refused to say. "I'm glad you came," Sarah said finally. Adam nodded. He studied her face, noticing small details he once overlooked. The tension around her eyes, the way her fingers gripped the cup too tightly. Thought it would be good to talk. She continued. To end things properly. End things properly. The words echoed in his head, as if their marriage were a loose task that needed neat closure. She spoke about feeling trapped, about losing herself, about needing to choose happiness. Her voice was calm, practiced. Adam listened without interrupting. Each sentence confirmed what he already knew. In her story, she was not cruel. She was brave. When she finished, she waited. This was the moment. Adam felt it clearly, like standing. At the edge of a high place, he could step forward and let the truth fall. He could say the name, reveal the messages. A K-slip. The plan he had built waited patiently inside him. "I know about him," Adam said. The words landed softly, but carried weight. Sarah froze. Her eyes widened, then dropped too. The table, color drained from her face. "How?" she whispered. Adam felt the rush he had imagined so many times. Power, control. For a second, it felt good. "You didn't hide it as well as you thought," he said. She looked up, fear clear now, her careful mask cracking. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Tears filled her eyes, but she blinked them back, still trying to hold herself together. "I never wanted to hurt you," she said. "I didn't. Plan it, it just happened." Adam almost laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was exactly what he expected. The words sounded empty, like something borrowed. He leaned back in his chair. This was it. He could go further. He could tell her everything he knew. He could threaten exposure. He could take back something of what he lost. But as he looked at her, something shifted. He saw not just the woman who betrayed him, but someone cornered by her own choices. Someone afraid of being fully seen. He realized that her fear was now in his hands. And suddenly, the power felt heavy. Adam thought of the weeks he had spent, planning, the nights filled with anger. The way revenge had shaped his days. He understood that carrying this out would not free him. It would bind him to this moment forever. "I could destroy the story you're telling yourself," Adam said. Quietly. "I could tell people. I could make this messy." Sarah's breath caught. She waited. "But I won't." Her eyes snapped up, disbelief replacing fear. "Why?" Adam paused. The answer surprised even him. "Because I don't want to be defined by what you did," he said. "And I don't want to live inside this anymore." The silence stretched between them. Sarah looked small now, not victorious, not brave. Just human. "I'm sorry," she said again, this time without performance. "I really am." Adam stood. He did not feel relief. He did not feel triumph. He felt tired but lighter. "It's where we stop," he said. "Take care of yourself." He left without waiting for her response. Outside, the air felt cooler. Adam walked without direction, letting the city move around him. His chest felt tight, but the constant pressure he had lived with for weeks had eased. That night, the anger returned briefly, like a habit searching for its place. But it no longer owned him. Days passed. Life did not suddenly improve. Some mornings were heavy. Some nights were quiet and lonely. But Adam noticed something new. His thoughts no longer circled around revenge. They moved forward. Miriam visited. A week later, Adam told her everything. About the meeting. About the choice he made. She listened, tears in her eyes. "You chose the harder path," she said. Adam nodded. "It feels cleaner." Miriam smiled gently. "That's because you closed the wound instead of reopening it." After she left, Adam sat alone in the house that once felt like a cage. Now it felt neutral, a place waiting to be reshaped. He began making changes, small ones at first. He moved furniture, cleared shelves, packed away reminders. Each action felt like reclaiming space. He thought often about revenge, but not with longing, with understanding. He saw it now for what it was. A promise of strength that delivered only more chains. One evening, Adam received a message from Sarah. It was short. She thanked him for his silence. She said she hoped he would find happiness. He read it once and deleted it. Weeks turned into months. Adam focused on work, on health, on rebuilding. Routines. He made new connections. Old friends noticed the change. He spoke more honestly now, without bitterness. One night, standing on his balcony, Adam reflected on everything that had happened. He realized that revenge would have given him a moment. Walking away gave him a future. He understood that justice does not always mean punishment. Sometimes, it means refusing to let pain choose your path. Adam had not forgotten the betrayal. He never would. But it no longer controlled him. And in choosing not to strike back, he discovered something unexpected. Peace was not loud. It arrived quietly. The moment he stopped chasing revenge and started choosing himself.